Lakeside Living. Today I'm going to show you a DIY, which will be making a centerpiece for your Christmas table, as well as another Christmas decoration. I've been shopping again, and today it was at Joann Fabrics. It was their open house for Christmas, 70% off all Christmas items in the store, as well as a stop by TJ Maxx. First of all, I have pulled out, like I said in the previous video, if you will watch my Fall Favorites home tour, I have kept Bath & Body Works candle jar that I have saved, cleaned, and got clear again, all wax removed. And I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute little unique decoration for any table or mantle for during the Christmas season. Now, the first thing you'll need is some burlap, which I purchased at Walmart in the craft section. I like to keep a lot of this burlap on hand. As I've told you in previous videos, I use this for table runners and various projects throughout all year. Now, what I've done is I have measured previously the width of this jar, and I have actually wrapped the jar with the burlap, and I have just used ordinary Scotch tape to tape this burlap to the jar, and it works very well. If you are unsure of your tape and how sturdy it will be, you can always use a glue gun, which I do have, but I didn't take the time today to do that. I have really found this tape to work well. Any excess, so what I'm doing here is I'm wrapping this jar in burlap, taping it here, then you will wrap and you will get it to a point to where you can cut and tape. You're folding the ends underneath and you're taping. So your product is going to look taped underneath, but no one's going to see that. You're just going to see the actual product sitting on a shelf. Now, you can always put a candle inside here, a tea light. I would prefer a tea light versus a regular lit candle. It would be a lot safer since we're using this burlap fabric. After that is done, what I have also used, I have gone to Joann's and got this twine here that is also the burlap look. And this was only $3.99, but there again, this was not 70% off today because it was just in the regular crafts. But this can be used for many projects throughout the year that you'll see me use this for, and there's a lot of it. Also, I have purchased these sprigs. Now, they're all different. I've got several different ones. I like the ice look, I like the snowball look, and each of these were a separate price. These were $3.99. Now, that's 70% off, though, after that. And then these were also $2.99 a piece. So I thought that was a really good steal again in there for those. And what I have done, I have literally finished taping the burlap. I have used my twine, that was burlap, and cut it fairly long so I can make a bow. Then I've taken a sprig and I've actually put it on the front and I've tied it on there first. Then I have used good cutting grippers, just for my husband's garage, and cut that stem off of the very tip end. That is very, very sturdy because, you know, you can always use those in styrofoam and different things like that. So it does take some strong hands to get that cut. Then I have purchased some cinnamon sticks at Walmart in the cooking section. Actually, it was in the spice section. And I think these run roughly around $5. They're pretty pricey. And there's not many sticks, probably 6 sticks to a jar. So I have removed one of those and I have stuck that in the center. So you also have some scent in there. So now you're ready to put this wherever you desire. And I have several of these jars I'm going to be making. So you can make a trio, you could probably put them in a tray. Like I said, each of them could have a tea light in. Very festive. And just remember, they're taken from Bath & Body Works. So when you buy your candles, clean those jars. And the best way to get wax out of a jar, let me tell you, is to put it in the freezer, let it get really cold, take that jar out, and that wax should come out of the bottom. These candles burn very well anyway, but usually there's a little bit of excess left over, and those 3 wicks will come out as well. So that's my first project for today. Secondly, I have my second store that I said I went to was Joann Fabric, and TJ Maxx was my first stop. Now TJ Maxx, I went there today. I didn't get a lot there today. Several weeks ago I got this candle. It's an LED, so it just takes AAA batteries, 3 of those, and you'll turn that on. And I thought, what can I do with this? I just love this so much, and it looks so rustic, and it goes wonderful with our house. So I've kept this in the closet thinking, what is going to happen with this? And so I finally figured it out after shopping today. This was $7.99, and that was not on sale. This was regular price at TJ Maxx. And then this little wooden crate I purchased at TJ Maxx the same day, a couple weeks ago, for $7.99. Now, while at Joann's, I got my thinking cap on, and I thought, I've got that crate, I've got this candle, and which I thought was a really good price. I have seen things that I'm about to show you that I'm making that are really, really pricey. And when I added up my costs, it's less than half of what they were asking for me to buy that project for. So I've got this candle, like I said, I've got the crate, and I've also purchased some long sprigs of winter/Christmas decor. Now these were $5.99 original price, and I got those 70% off at Joann's. So I've already started some of the project, but I wanted to kind of show you what I've been doing. Another thing I had in my craft closet, which I purchased, probably last summer, was a piece of styrofoam. Now this was very, very wide, and I've cut it down. That was the first thing I did. I got my scissors out and my knives, and I cut and put styrofoam down in this crate. So therefore, when I'm putting this embellishment and these sprigs in, they stick immediately. They shove, they go, they stick down in well. And like I said, I've started some of this. I'm also covering the styrofoam, so when you look, if someone comes over and they say, oh, look at that, centerpiece there, they want to inspect, you're not going to be able to see the styrofoam. It's going to be covered up. There's so much stuff in here. So I put the styrofoam in, I've cut out a hole. Actually, I just set the candle on there and kind of made an impression. Took my scissors and kind of cut that hole out. So I'm going to be sticking that candle right down in. It will be secure. And then I just started, there again, these do have a long stem on them, and I have used my grippers and I've cut those off. Now, I am going to show you how I've stuck these down in, and they just stick immediately. Then you can pull them apart and kind of embellish what you want. Just work with this any way you can. And I'm going to take this piece, which I've already started using, and I'm going to take separate pieces apart. I'm not going to use this whole thing, because if you take this apart, you actually get more. So take each of these pieces apart and actually put in, and kind of, be creative. Kind of go where something needs to be done. And then I'm going to take this as well and do the same thing. I'm going to take each piece and cut. And these cut very easy. Very, very easy. Just kind of intertwine those. And then I'm going to be taking this sprig, which was a Joann's, and I'm not going to cut this off. This needs to stand tall, so I'm going to leave this stem on. Let me say this can also be used for this project. So this winter, if you want to redo this jar, all you would have to do would be take off this little twine and put this winter piece on the front. And you can cut this down. It's rather, it's rather full. You can cut that down, but that can change up for your season. And I'm going to stick that in the back because I think that's tall and makes it look better. And there again, I'm going to kind of just be sporadic with these. I don't want to put them in the same spot. I feel like if you do, there gets to be too much green places. So we're just going to work with this. I've got one left on here to do. And so forth. just kind of cover that styrofoam up. And make sure you can still see your candle, because that's your center point of the whole project. Now, as you get to work this down, and if you need more, you can always cut each individual stem off if you need to do that. We can put this in the back, make it look maybe better over here, and so forth. Now, one thing I noticed, I said cover the styrofoam. Okay, there's one thing that's really bad about this project. You can see through the front. So what I have done, I have pre-cut some burlap. That's all I've done. And I've made them pretty well the same exact length. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pulling it through. Now this is kind of tricky. You've got to pull it through the slot and take it up through the top. Once you get it up through the top, you can tie. And you know, who cares if it looks fringy? I kind of like that look. Yes, it's coming apart, but I kind of like that. And plus, it hides more of what you don't want people to see. Then, I thought I always like to use anything that's left over. I've told you that before in videos. I had some of these when I cut for this project that fell off. So I thought, what better than to put these in the project? And you know, you've got to work with it. It doesn't always want to just, you know, you can stick these in the project. So we will continue, and we will continue to use these. Now I've got one more of the winter full sprig, and I think I'm going to put that over here because we need something to fill that in. And if you lose some, just kind of stick it in there, because you want it to be full, you want it to look pretty, and you can always add, you can always take away. But I always like to use everything that I bought, and you know, look how much we've used of this. And like I said, these were $5.99, this big one, but it was only 70% off then, so we really didn't have a lot in this project. So we've got that, and I will continue to show you what it's going to look like. So as you go through and you continue to put on your ribbon, you will fill that in. And then I do want to tell that I also got some iced garland. This could also be used on this project here. And also you can embellish either of these projects with some raffia. And I do keep this in my craft closet as well. And I got it on sale, I believe, at Hobby Lobby, and that was this past summer. I'm always looking for things that I can use later on, and like I've always said, I don't waste a drop. So I will have most of these things, hopefully everything that I have bought at Hobby Lobby, at Walmart, at TJ Maxx, in the description. And I do want to say my last find at Joann's today were these little trees that I thought were just adorable. And they were $1.99 before 70% off. And that is going to go on my mantle in my little Christmas truck that I said I was going to take out the pumpkins for fall and put in the trees. So please stay tuned to my channel, as I will be showing you some Christmas decorating, and I'm also going to be showing you some more DIY projects. So be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And happy Christmas decorating. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.